this appropriate struggle. There's an appropriate way to protest. There is an appropriate way to challenge the status quo. There's an appropriate way to challenge power. This appropriateness, who is it appropriate for? And that is why you can get a situation where we, on the same day as 9 August, as we celebrate the 4 women of 1956, on the same day we can vilify the 4 young ladies. And I thought it was quite poetic that it was 4 women in 1956 and it was 4 women again in 2016. I found it very poetic. On the same day, the people who were celebrating the 4 women of 1956 were vilifying the 4 women of 2016, and that's because of the appropriate nature. The women of 56 were appropriate in their struggle. I mean, they walked to the union buildings, they had their papers, they didn't take their clothes off. That was the appropriate way to do it. That was the appropriate way to challenge power. You come to 2016, they are embarrassing the president. That's not the time. I get confused when they say that was not the time for you to raise your grievances. When is the time? Because we speak on campuses, we have protests on campuses, nobody looks at us. Today we have a media briefing. Many will turn a blind eye even to today's briefing. We have panel discussions. So this appropriateness, who does it suit? Because it definitely does not suit us. You're telling us to be appropriate, you're telling us to be respectable in our fighting, but appropriate for who? Because it's not appropriate for us, it's appropriate for your comfort. So the idea of it being appropriate, it's to protect, it's for society to protect itself from what they deem as inappropriate. So it's all well and good when somebody's nudes are leaked on the internet and everybody looks at the female form on the internet. Oh wow, did you see her by a bitter ex-boyfriend, he knew he leaks her nudes, or if we're watching porn, or whenever a woman is not willing to show her body, but her body has been shown without her willingness, then it's okay. As soon as a woman says, I'm going to take my clothes off, I'm making the decision, I'm taking agency, I'm taking my clothes off in protest, it's all of a sudden not appropriate. The same people who will share nudes of somebody who did not give consent for her body to be shown, the same people will stand up and say, actually, you're inappropriate in your protest, why are you taking your clothes off, why are you showing us your breasts? There is a sickness. And there is a sickness of wanting to control what women do, how they do it, when they do it with their bodies. Because I always say this, our bodies never belong to us. Your body never belongs to you, you never belong to yourself. You're born, you're someone's daughter, then you are somebody's wife, and then you are somebody's mother. Women never belong to themselves. And always you must behave, that what would your mother say if you when you're someone's daughter? Then you get married. What would your husband say if you're behaving like this? And then you have children. What would your children think with their mother behaving like this? There needs to be a shift, and that is what that is the work we're doing at university. We're saying that we are bringing the shift, whether you want to listen or not, and that's why we'll stand up in IEC briefings, because you don't want to see us when we're having panel discussions. You will see us on ENCA. You will see us on SABC News. You will see us. And that's what I love about this movement. We are shaking the foundations, and we are not being nice about it anymore. We are taking back the agency, and that's the big thing. The big message that I want to bring forth to today's briefing is that the woman right now, whether you think we're respectable or we're angry feminists, we are taking back the agency, and we're saying that our bodies belong to us, and you will respect our bodies, and whether or not you like it, we will be in your face to tell you and to shout that our bodies belong to us. You're not going to violate us anymore. And that is why we are not going to be appropriate with our protest anymore.